Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chad with CD Shave, and thank you very much for joining me for today's face shave and a very special video. It's not a common video, which is why I'm doing this today. Before we get into that, let's get into the holiday of the day. Zzz. That's right, holidays of the day. There's one holiday that both of them I could not pass up. All right, so starting off, happy National Anthem Day. That's right, March 3rd is National Anthem Day for the America, right here, US of A, America. Nothing is more iconic, I think, than the sound of the national anthem. They played at every major sporting event and non-major sporting events. So if you happen to hear it, play it, sing it, whatever, do it proudly. So moving on to the next holiday of the day. Today is National Canadian Bacon Day. Bacon is almost enough said. Eat bacon. Stuff's great. So that's about all I have to say with that. All right. However, we're not getting into the holidays too much. Let's finish up with now that we're done with those, let's move on to the topic of today's shave. This is an unboxing. All right, I was sent this in the mail by Mr. Jeremy York. As you can see, it's completely unsealed. He told me to cut it open, do a video, and do a shave with it, and see what I thought. So, in preparation for that, I knew I had a face shave to do, so I took out the old Gold Dock razor right here. Gift from my wife. This is all honed up. Not freshly honed, but honed up. Ready to go. Today's brush, which I was told it was a shaving soap. That much I was told. A 26mm Yaqi shave brush in the red with a synthetic knot. These synthetic knots, man, you just can't go wrong with these. As far as the lathering, I think we're going to do a bowl lather today in the old CD shaving bowl. Right there, custom made. I love this thing. This thing is great. Never go wrong with that. And because whatever soap it is, I'm sure we're going to test the lathering ability or lack thereof. So this JD, this is a legit JD bottle. I just basically threw a top on it and I filled it up with the witch hazel that I had because I don't really care for the plastic Thayer's bottles. Thought that looked way cooler. So that's what we're doing with that. Box. Knife. Boker. Let's see here. And we'll just cut right into it. There we go. Opened very carefully. Box. Very, very professionally wrapped. Thank you, Mr. York. All right, I can already get a scent off of this. Ooh. I smelled something similar to it before. Fairly strong scent. I can't put my fingers on it though. Sorry this is taking so long. Must be childproof, hence I can't get into it. Okay, dishes off. Really, dude? That's all right. That's okay. We're getting into this one way or the other. The Holy Black Magic. Now, Jeremy and I have this thing when he sends me stuff, he sends it in a very unique way. Aftershave is in like one of those medical syringes, which leaked a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, you can see there's still plenty in there. Usually he seals the end of that pretty good, and then there's the soap in plastic. Or excuse me, in wax. So we're gonna go ahead and take the soap and put it in the bowl. Get that right off. Actually, it's not even... This is definitely not a soft soap. This is a... this is not a hard soap of any kind. This is some type... It's more like a cream, I guess. I've not used this before. So, having said that, this is going to be kind of a second chance video for me. You may have seen the series that's been going around, second chance videos, people trying different artisans, different products that they maybe didn't like at the beginning, the first time they used it. I didn't really care for Holy Black at first, the first time I used it. It wasn't my thing. I understand a lot of people are into it. A lot of people, fight tooth and nail to get at their stuff when they do a release. That's great. However, for me, yeah, it didn't really do much for me. I didn't think that the lather was all that great, to be honest with you. Comparatively, it wasn't bad. It did the job, but compared to a lot of the other soaps that I've tried and used, at the time, it didn't do much for me at all. So we're going to give this a shot today. Hopefully we'll have a better experience, because I got to do a face shave, and I really want a good shave. So I'm going to wet the brush here. Alright, so we've got our aftershave, we've got our post-shave treatment, the witch hazel, we've got our bowl, our soap, our brush, and our razor. We're rocking and rolling, ready to go. Let's get this shave happening. I started the bowl lathering with my typical bowl lathering practice. The soap began to perform normally at first, but then dissipated as I expected. I found myself having to spend more time with the lather, working it more than I normally would. I had to dip the brush tips more than normal to add more water throughout the lathering process. Eventually, after about 3 minutes, I had a lather that looked the part. With the first application of the lather, I could tell almost immediately it lacked initial slickness. The first pass. This is the one that tells me how the soap is going to perform throughout the rest of the shave. I initially felt a lot of tugging and pulling, and a lot of resistance on the razor. I've used this razor a lot, and I'm familiar with it enough to know that this is not normal for its performance. On the second application of the lather, I could already tell the soap was beginning to dry out. The lack of initial slickness continued into my second pass. Because of the consistent tugging and pulling, it was obvious to me I wouldn't be able to push my razor as far as I wanted to, so I knew this was not going to be a close shave. Still, I knew I had to battle through it to get a full evaluation of this soap and give it a fair shot, for a second chance, that is. Here we have the third application of the lather. At this point, I felt it was more of a formality and that I wasn't gaining a whole lot of additional slickness. The scent at this point was still pretty strong on the soap, and it was lingering and rather pleasant to my nose. In order to give this soap a fair evaluation, I thought my final pass against the grain would definitely be in order. This was my final attempt at being able to get the close shave that I wanted out of this soap. Although I was able to make the razor glide across my skin, I was not able to get as close of a shave as I definitely get with other brands. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The shave has been completed. I got a an okay shave. I mean, it's not a bad shave. I don't really have any irritation, but it's definitely not as close as I like to get it. And the reason for that is because I could not push the razor to the point that I wanted it to be because of lack of slickness, in my opinion. Here's the witch hazel. Let's throw on a couple of squirts of that. Let that do its thing before we get into the aftershave. Here's the brush. This is what's left inside the lather, of the lather. Pulling that out of there like so. I mean, it looks the part. I just don't feel a ton of viscosity. I mean, it's there, but obviously it did something because my razor glided enough across my face in order to give me a halfway decent shave. But that is that's what's left of the lather. There was really virtually nothing left in the bowl, so I just rinsed it out and got rid of it. That's what we have for the aftershave, as far as this is concerned. Now, the aftershave is, I'd give it a pretty high mark as far as scent strength is concerned. For those of you that are concerned about that. Okay, there it is. I forgot Holy Black uses menthol. So, it's interesting. The one thing about Holy Black I've noticed, and I've tried a couple of their stuff. I've tried the tangerine, and I've tried, I don't remember what the other one was, but they managed to sneak in menthol into their soaps without giving you that menthol scent, which I happen to enjoy. However, for me, that's probably the best thing out of this soap. I do like menthol. I don't always enjoy the smell of it, but I like what it does. I like the feeling of the coldness. So I do enjoy that with this particular company. However, the scent strength I felt was, okay, like I said. But as far as I'm concerned, if you want a similar scent with a much stronger scent and just, in my opinion, better, would be Sterling's Gentleman. This is definitely right in the realm of that. I would check that out. This, to me, is a fall scent. This particular Holy Black one, as far as I'm concerned. Definitely don't feel a ton of menthol, but just enough to give it that cool feeling. So it's nice. The aftershave isn't terrible, but the scent isn't quite what I thought. I thought it would be a lot more unique as the shave went on, but I didn't find that was the case. The scent, as far as if I were to pair anything, like I said, with this, would be Sterling's Gentleman, and I would probably reach for that way more than I would reach for this. The performance just wasn't there for me. So that's my opinion on this particular soap. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have a shave today, have a great shave, have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you folks in the next video.